good opportunities. One when your uke is walking towards you, and one when they're walking back. Both for me are this moment. I do it a little differently than Travis is going to teach. Walking backwards, I like this moment where this foot is going to lift up and go backwards. So he's going to take that step back, right? That's a moment where he loads up this other foot. As that foot comes up and he's walking backwards, I'm doing it lapel side. I know we were talking about doing it sleeve side. As that foot comes up, all of his weight ends up on that foot. So this is, I follow that foot with my turn, and all of his weight is up, and that's the time that I do it. Now that's him moving back. When he's moving forward, again, there's this moment where that weight lifts up, and all of his weight is on this foot. And so that moment, when he lifts up, is a time where that foot is fully loaded. So whether he's coming backwards or forwards, as soon as those toes come up, he's on that foot. So I think this is a very difficult throw to practice static. It's windy out there. It's a very difficult throw to practice static. So try and do it in this back and forth moment as he's moving backwards or as that foot's coming forward. Either way, the other foot is going to get loaded up, and in that moment is when you can really start your entry and go after that foot. And he's let himself be vulnerable to load up that foot even more. So that's one thing. Second thing I want to talk about is what's a good use for this throw leading into it or following it. So leading into it, it really helps if you could get your opponent to push into you. And one of the best ways to get your opponent to push into you is to do a backward throw like Osotogari, right? As we do Osotogari, he's going to be pushing it into me. So as you feel you coming in for Osotogari, use that push and immediately turn Sasae. Osotogari Sasae is the classic combination. We're doing Randuri, and I come in for a Sasae, and he can feel it coming, and I failed that first one. The second time, I come in for what feels like a similar Sasae. I take that similar step. He pushes against it. I turn, I pivot, boom. So Osotogari can set up Sasae very well. The other thing is Sasae can set up Osotogari. So we're playing around. I see my moment. Doesn't work.
So but I come here, and then when I start to bring myself
when he starts to bring himself back, I'm right there for Osotogari. So
he's doing it for the lapel. So we were learning it classically, but it's the same thing as he's a guruma like we did the other week, right? It's the same pull. He just does it from this side.
And you know, I've played against several of you who have a very good pull when you get people pulling around. If you do that good pull and you miss it and you don't know where to go from there. Well, where to go from this big pull is wait for them to step up and then take them backwards. Or if you're going to do that big pull, set it up with something to the other corner and turn it around. So keep working. Well, any questions on this before we keep working? Okay. Let's try it a little bit more dynamically, moving around, see if you can't get your timing, and